Alright, thank you for joining us, everyone. Today we are going to be seeing Antimatter taking on Chivalry Isn't Dead here. And we do have readies and are at time, so we need to get this match rolling.
Just want to give a quick hi to everybody. Thanks for coming. Might seem a little more rushed than usual. A couple of us have some commitments that we are committed to, in nicer words. Commitments we are committed to, guys. That's how this works. I'm also currently not 100% at my controller, so this is nice. What are we at? Oh, we're at the tea kettle this week. Chat, I want everybody to give AJ, you're first. You're first today. You beat Parsnip. Chat, I want you guys to give a nice shout out here. We have a first-time commentator with Boba Fett joining us. So everyone give them a warm welcome.
Hello, chat.
All one of you, for the moment. Well, when Nightbot pipes in. When Nightbot pipes in, we have two. And then don't we have like a day bot or like an app bot now? Something.
I have no idea. There's too many bots.
Does somebody...
There's just synths everywhere.
Somebody want to handle these rollouts?
Absolutely. So Antimatter, we're going to see rolling out here with looks like just a basic 2-2-2. We are going to see Junkrat and Doomfist on the offense here. The good old Ryan Zarya tank combo, and we are seeing a Moria Baptiste healer combination. Not one that I see a whole lot here. Kind of excited for that. Chivalry Isn't Dead is going to be rolling out their own 2-2-2 with a May McCree damage combo. Rocking their own Ryan Zarya tank combination and a Lucio Ana. So a lot of difference in the teams here other than their tank lines.
Boba, how you feeling about these comps?
Pardon me, I literally just walked in the door from work. I like it.
That's fair.
So give you 2 seconds to actually put your brain on, is what you're saying?
Yeah. You get some caffeine going, my 8th cup of coffee today.
Nice.
I feel that. I don't got my usual prep going right now for this game. But really happy, I'm going to say, just comment right now. I know we just lost Carter on the Rhine for Dead. Really happy after last week we saw a great sportsmanship showing by Dead, even though they did play a 4v6. But they put a lot of effort and really good try into it. So now that they have all 6 players here, very excited to see what they do, especially with some of these. I know quite a few of these members, so I'm pumped to kind of watch this happen. But I do also know some members here on the side of Antimatter. And Weebology on the Doomfist does go down. Good sound barrier. A little... Definitely used as a defensive retreat here. Edward... Yes, they will rise again. Thanks for coming to chat. But good use of the sound barrier to retreat, at least. And it looks like we... There's my dog. We do see the switch from the Lucio to the Mercy. Gonna try and get us a far view here so we can catch this tire somewhere. Not really sure where it is. Ooh. I misfigured the team that was for.
See that high noon coming in here. Does not look like we're gonna see any KOs with it.
I like that. That's almost a perfect framing there of that Baptiste ult, but we do see Morlocks go down to Sniper. They were able to kind of watch that and track that, but unfortunately no one was able to get on point, which means Antimatter takes that first map 100-0.
Yeah, definitely a strong start for Antimatter here. Okay, we are going to see a couple swaps here, mostly in our tank lines, getting some Reese's and Roadhogs ready to go here.
Let me know when we have like 10 seconds left, please, because I'm still running around a little bit here.
10 seconds left.
Of course. My life. My life, chat. Let's just stay here. I always say it every time as a joke, but honestly, let's just stay here looking at something, even though we're not supposed to.
Okay, and we are seeing a couple more swaps that have come through before we got fully started here. We got a Soldier coming in for Antimatter and a Reaper coming in for Chivalry Isn't Dead.
Great hook
Good
by MJ.
hook from MJ to start.
A lot of peppering of the damages here. Jams is in that backline and is able to get a boop off of Slider while WEGSY does take down Weebology. I think this is WEGSY's Tier 1 debut. We all know WEGSY from Pizza Planet on Tier 2. I get all the best views.
I do believe this is.
I get all the best views. That's a lie, AJ, but thank you. I could be lazy and just follow somebody. It's actually what I could do.
It's immersive, not lazy.
Those are words. You're following VP Sniper into this backline. Oh, unfortunate timing of the whole hog, because on the one hand it does bump the Reaper ult out of the backlines there, but on the other hand it bumps the Reaper all the way across point back into a safe spot instead of into the abyss.
That was an interesting defensive whole hog. I think it was a good call.
Not good. Well, it was good, but it also wasn't bad. So.
Yeah, like there was no offensive value from it, but it did stop that Death Blossom from ripping their team apart.
Yes,
so.
And that's why it was good.
Yeah.
Okay,
we're getting even more booping action coming in here with Weebology swapping over to the Pharah there.
I'm gonna follow Weeb for a little bit, chat. We like Weeb. Let's give some love in chat for Weeb. Weeb does a lot for this server and does a lot on this Pharah apparently.
For Weeb.
Really great heals on the part of Bullet to keep Weeb alive. I know as a Mercy how hard that is to keep an ulting Pharah alive, especially when the focus turns immediately to them.
Absolutely. Apparently, Weeb, not content with running the server, is also going to run this game, scoring even more kills with the concussive rocket here. Okay, and Antimatter does finally swap the point over. 86% gain for Chivalry Isn't Dead.
I like the aggressive up in their spawn push. How do you feel about that, Boba, though? Do you usually prefer to play point here or cover these two entrances?
You know, honestly, I'm a Reinhardt main, and I like to play super aggressive.
Oh, so you like being at the point.
Anytime I see red, I just like to swing the hammer. Yeah.
Yeah, you like moving up the chokes.
On point, honestly. I have a really bad tendency for tunnel vision, so seeing it from this perspective, a whole new game for me at this point.
I mean, it always is.
It's nice to watch your name pop up in that kill feed, though. I absolutely understand that. Ooh, good juke from Weebology there, getting out of range of that hook there.
Does get caught out by WEGSY, though, at the end. And that already is the heal by Bullet used. Ooh. Nice and nice intentions by Sniper. It's just unfortunately right in the middle of the two tanks. So between a Fortify and a Breather by the Hog, it's going to be hard to take them down.
Yeah, the barrier was also in a pretty good place to deny a lot of that. Almost all of that damage got mitigated there.
So I'm not sure what kind of changes we'd like to see here. We do see the Soldier to counter the Pharah. The Mei is fairly good. I guess we would maybe need to see a little more shield break, something to kind of eat at these tanks here.
The double hog moves. That was kind of fun to watch. Ooh, we do see the Battle Mercy coming in here from, oh my gosh, Axe Crit, sorry. Diving onto that Pharmacy, trying to take them out of the sky.
Oh, I came just in time to watch Slider get rezzed.
Wow.
Good hook from WEGSY onto the Tiger.
Tiger was crazy.
Between MJ and WEGSY, this is definitely going to be a battle of Roadhogs on these very specific maps with the environmental abilities. We have another Battle Mercy, this time from Bullet. That is
okay, and first map is going to go over to Antimatter here.
Very convincing first holds there.
Yeah, that second point was a lot more back and forth, but still a very good win for Antimatter.
If one of you can monitor match chat, I'm just gonna make sure that our Twitch notif went live for the YouTube. If not, I know we're having some delays, some issues with that, so I just want to make sure. Yep, it did go live. Okay.
Okay, so we need to start setting up for our second map here.
I'm already typing a match chat now, being a busybody.
Okay.
There's no subs for either team, I'm assuming, right now? Nope.
I do not believe so.
And then next map is...
Numbani.
Okay. So now I can actually sit down and write down all those things that I usually write out. Chat, if you guys ever want to see it, just ask me and I'll show you guys my notebook. I actually ripped a page due to the intensity of my pen into 2 different pages. So, and I decided to run it down. Interesting person that I am. Sniper, Lexi. Okay. So first map, in case anybody is joining, first map right now, it's 1-0 Antimatter. Had a really strong first holding there. And actually really strong holding by Antimatter, even though they don't have either of their previous MVPs. So definitely showed you that this team is not one to be underestimated. So back to match chat. MJ's telling us to swap Bullet for Weeb.
Yep, did it already.
Falcon for Morlocks. Ready, please. Alright, they're ready. So we got readies from both teams.
Alright, we will start on our second map here then.
We do love when teams like to play around with us like that, because I know Ragnarok Alex is the biggest advocate of swap a caster for a player. So chat, scavenger hunt this week. We all know it. If Anthony Hopkins was here, he would tell us what these buildings are and what they look like. You want to give us a guess, Boba? Do you know? What animal?
God, I have no idea. I don't even know where we're looking. I don't think I have my stuff set up right.
Off in the distance, the animal buildings. Look at the animal buildings.
Yeah, there's a bunch of animal-held buildings out there, and I think
Chat.
they look like buildings.
Chat knows what they are. But we also do really like this, on the payload, on the point, there's a billboard, and it tells you to relax and unwind and have some legendary organic oil. Makes you feel good for the Ominix. It's just
Yeah,
a happy thing.
It doesn't make us feel quite so good.
No. Oh, we got a boot CM Punk here.
Yep.
Punk, thanks for spectating. You're going off and you're getting Sparta kicked here. Appreciate you, though. Bobby, you want to give us a rollout? You can say no.
Yeah, it looks like we've got the old bunker comp, which I have a feeling is would be more and more popular after this week, since 222 is supposed to roll out.
Does not mean 222 is coming to the league yet, though.
You know, from what Jeff was saying, the interview that I saw, they're supposed to debut it for the league and for the normal patch.
No, for our league. That's what I mean, our league.
Yeah, our league, I'm not sure, but they want to get the general game on the same as the Overwatch league now. So.
Interesting.
Quick pick.
Picks going on here. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely have that traditional bunker comp, along with a traditional 2-2-2 on the other side there.
Yep, we do see the summer coming in from Danny Rue there on Chivalry Isn't Dead, so that should hopefully do some work versus this Bastion.
The two on the side of the defense that really need to work together here are Slider and our Morlocks. They really need, I think it's Falcon that did just get hacked, but they really need Falcon to be able to use that immortality field. But those are definitely the 3 picks that you want to get in this bunker comp. On top of, you do want to take Bullet out on that Mercy. There's actually a lot of interesting ways that you can attack a bunker comp. You can hit it right on, you can make it drop, you can save all your ults, you can wait. But this is an interesting. Usually we see the positioning on the bunker comp a little more right side because you can get hit by a Pharah backline here if not paying enough attention.
Danny with the hack on the Bastion.
Danny is going to be a very big pest in their backlines. Are already 65% of the way to their ult here. Definitely want to wait, even though they do go down to Falcon, definitely want to wait for that either Tire or Diva Bomb, or honestly even both at the way these ults are building. I wouldn't mind throwing both just to get the Surefire point.
We are seeing more picks rolling in off of Warlocks on the Bastion here. Ooh, another one onto Danny Rue.
You do see Acrid and Wegsy here in these backlines, kind of a little bit stuck in between, and Acrid is pulling out that Battle Mercy here, but does get taken down in by Morlocks. Okay, so we're gonna see the bunker kind of reset up, readjust here.
Yeah, we did see a little bit of a collapse from the bunker comp here. They are getting themselves back into position at the moment.
We're gonna follow AJ Carter here on this Winston. See what potential dive we have going here. So we've got that Diva.
Ooh, EMP bomb there does score quite a few different picks there, mostly onto non-players, but we do see Diva Mech go down and vulnerability field drop.
Weeb waiting on point for the team at the right moment if they can, but I was going to say Smartly is not using that EMP. Really happy to see that. I know it's so easy to just kind of panic ult something.
Right, especially if you got like the entire enemy team in the range of the ability.
But really great restraint by Weeb there, knowing that they don't have anybody to kind of follow up on any of that with them.
Okay, we are seeing both teams vying for the high ground here, trying to keep it under control. It does look like Chivalry is Dead is going to eventually win that fight here. Ooh, but the Rip Tire from Viper there does get taken out by Morlocks. Okay, we do see Antimatter pushing up here, taking a little bit of ground in front of that payload, just making sure that they have space to take the fights where they want them to be going on. Ugh, words are difficult today.
Especially when you which I know 2 of these 3 here feel right now, but when you rush home from work, Austin, right now it is 1-0 antimatter. But yeah, when you rush home from work and you're trying to get some stuff done, I think we all feel that pain. Oh, these are leaves. Let's get out of the leaves.
Especially since I haven't had a chance to eat anything today. The
pizza.
I know the feels, buddy.
Okay, and we are seeing a good group up from Chivalry Isn't Dead here. Weeb in the back on that Sombra, though, is going to sneak in and start putting pressure on that back line. Okay, we're getting some good progress on the cards here. It does look like Antimatter is getting pushed back behind the second point here. Chivalry's Dead should be able to claim the second point off of this. Ooh, but Antimatter rushes into an EMP trying to save the second point, but doesn't get there quite in time. There are going to be some staggers from that. This is very good for Chivalry Isn't Dead, a good capitalization to score those picks and seal up this next team fight potentially. But Antimatter is going to back off and just let them have that space. This is especially good for Chivalry Isn't Dead if they can get this payload around that corner, because being underneath that ledge there can be really tough for the defense if or really tough for the offense if the defensive team has control of it. Yeah, and we are just seeing kills rolling in left and right for Chivalry Isn't Dead here.
We got some antimatter love.
That they are maintaining.
Got some antimatter love, but I am again super impressed by Dead here with what they're pushing and what they're doing. It's really nice to see just in the means of a week, and sometimes what picking up some new players can do for you, and just help organize that team can do. Nightbot, thanks for coming. Love having you. I was waiting for you.
There you go. All right, and we are going to see CID be able to finish out the map here, which is, really good. Being able to make sure that you got at least a little bit of a time bank there to continue working with at the end. Okay, and now we are going to go into our second round here. Pretty interested to see what Antimatter is going to run on their offense here. We've been seeing a lot of Sombra play coming through. I'm a little curious if we're going to keep seeing that on the attack run.
Ooh. Nightbot. Pipe down.
Spamming in the chat.
I regret giving you chat MVP one time, even though I haven't done it yet. But you're making me not want to.
Okay, and it looks like we are going to see a bit of a mobile bunker coming in for the defense here. We've got the Orisa Diva for tanks for that, and then we're running a McCree May for offense and Mercy Baptiste for heals. Definitely an interesting composition for defense on this point. Very mobile though, having 4 different characters able to get up on those ledges.
Such an aggressive attack there by the side of Antimatter, but it does look like picks are going both ways at this moment. Night Boss is a bossy tonight. Yes, he is. I like that Dead is making sure to keep 1 or 2 people on point and rotating off and on point together with that immortality field. You can see that the Orisa's not necessarily playing on point, playing back, which is smart because usually one of the first people you do want to take down is that main tank.
We are seeing several picks starting to come in for antimatter here, though.
I gotta say, oh, I'm in a corner. I'm really impressed by the tight play of antimatter, though.
Yeah, it was really good, maintaining the pressure on the point that they had there with the Ryan Zarya combo, with the Hanzo just flitting back and forth between the different high grounds, being able to just go almost entirely uncontested. Antimatter is ready to go here. Want to get up there and into the action. Don't want to hang back here with this payload. They do manage to stop themselves though. Okay, good blizzard coming in from CID. We do see both of the tanks fall to it. And Lucio gets cleaned up afterwards, and the rest of the team is just going to reset, which is you know, obviously a very good call. Just get back to that spawn, and so that they can get regrouped much more quickly.
Not the liquor. Oh, Nala, that was my controller plugged in, you brat.
Good tire from Barlock's there. Okay, it looks like we are going to see the second point get sealed up here. Anti-Magnet are making very good time on this map here. So still have just under 5 minutes to take this last point here, so they don't even have to worry about, like, you know, wasting time on Econo pushes, which, funnily enough, they don't even need, because they do have 5 ultimates online already. So they are looking pretty strong rolling into this last point.
Would really like to see Dead bait some of these out. Unfortunate dragons there at the same time, but... you know what, Deemer? Yeah, they did all show up, and they're doing a great job right now. So thank you for coming to the stream and showing some support here for CID. Really appreciate that. They're doing a great job right now. Antimatter is actually having a really strong aggressive push, but CID is not taking it lying down, and we are seeing that as they have some picks going a little... And I'm caster cursing them as I speak, so maybe I should just shut my mouth.
We do see the stall coming in here. Is working out for them a little bit. But they do manage to get that point finished there. I think it was just under 4 minutes for the time bank for Antimatter. Oh, just over 4 minutes.
Just over, yeah.
Ooh, I went too far. Whoops. I'm gonna go back to my corner and hide here for a little bit.
Okay, and we are looking at another bunker comp coming in from Antimatter here, this time with a Widow to help keep pressure on that back line.
And welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. I think this is the first time I've seen you in a stream, or at least one of mine.
Alright, we are seeing a good early pick from Weeb on the Widow there, taking out the expert on the Mercy.
I think between Weeb and Danny getting in those back lines really quick, taking out a healer, it's pretty impressive there. And I know Weeb's on the Widow right now, but just getting the target focus, really impressive.
All right, we are seeing a good dive coming in here onto this bunker. They are just starting to get displaced. Picks are coming in for Sid.
While the dive is happening, they are making sure somebody's always on point here to get these ticks happening.
And that is, even if Sid does lose this fight here and gets held, 76% is pretty good to get on this first point. That is a victory in and of itself, especially against a really scary bunker comp with early picks coming in too. That was a very impressive push. And
I do want to say, I think Antimatter is one of the teams that's tied for first, or if not in second, depending on what those technical rankings are. But I know Antimatter, I think, is more of a top team soon, here soon. I keep saying soon because I'm looking at my phone and seeing like a word, and that's the word. Sorry. Sorry here.
Okay, and now Chivalry Isn't Dead does have quite a fight ahead of them. They do need to hold 2/3 of this point here for 4 minutes, which is definitely not undoable. Antimatter has been bringing a very strong offense to this match, though.
Yeah, I know CSS is up there, and I couldn't remember if it was I mean, and on its second map, it happens. There's a lot of things going on tonight. Again, if you don't like the casting and the commentating, everybody's always more than welcome to sign up and help assist us. But free job that's occurring here. We talk about the plays that we notice and as we notice them. So, thank you. But thank you for your constructive criticism. Really appreciate it.
First map was actually pretty tank heavy. It was too bad that you weren't around for Nepal there. That was some really impressive tank play from both sides. And we do see a high ground rotation here getting shut down. Well, okay, looked like it was getting shut down at that doorway there, but they are pulling through this.
But Antimatter is just making a very, very strong thing going here. Oh, just lots of back and forths. Oh my god, Sniper.
Sniper, holy cow.
People.
Lots of damage coming through. They had families. Apparently not anymore. Even scoring the final pick onto Weeb as they were disengaging. Very impressive play coming through from Viper here.
Oof is, I mean,
yeah. Okay, we are seeing that same rotation coming through here. And, oh, the Immortation field does not keep AJ Carter up as they go in to hammer down the entire team there. We do see the Blizzard, however, come through and get a lot of work done. Picks haven't started going in that hallway quite yet, but we do see a couple different ultimates have to get popped here to get pressure through that doorway. Okay, we've got a big brawl on the points here. Excellent job from Sid here retaking that fight. Even with the ultimates burned by Antimatter to get onto the points here. Okay, and we are seeing Antimatter maintaining that same rotation here.
Really good intention by Carter for that hammer down, but unfortunately was saved by Sydney's shield there. But the team is able to follow up on that.
Good shield
I am
timing.
so not going into that little room with them.
Oh gosh, no.
Anytime I go into little rooms, they just do not work out well for me there.
Yeah, the front line from Antimatter here doing a really good job of stopping those shatters from, knocking everyone down. They could be huge in getting the entire team in that little, hallway there. And the shatter lands finally. Excellent job from AJ Carter managing to get that through all of the barriers and everything else coming through from Antimatter to stop that. Still gets the hammer in. Hey Aries, thanks for coming to the chat. Alright, we do see Antimatter mix it up a little bit here, coming through main now. This Maywall does isolate Slider on the Reinhardt, does get picked right away. We do see a great res from Roland though to bring him back into the fight. Huge charge from the freshly res Slider taking out jams on the Baptiste there. Sid down one of their main healers. And we do see that percentage building.
Are they making shapes with all of those lines? Is that what's happening? Really great hold.
Barely able to take this map here. Incredible defense from Sid, managing to hold it all that long. But Antimatter's offense will not be stopped on this map here. Now we get to see these spicy Pharah plays. And this huge hook from MJ. That barrage could have been so much more impactful if it hadn't been knocked out right there by that. Doing pretty good, Aries. Just got home from work here, so shaking it off. How you doing today? No.
Insane, my dear. You are, joining. You're joining a live stream. Love having you. Love seeing you go too, though. And again, I reiterate, this is why I am never online sometimes. It's unfortunate when we have to, no, it's just unfortunate when we have to cast from YouTube, because we cast from our personal accounts. So it gets a little confusing on, are we available to be friends with our friends, or are we doing our jobs for the night?
Well, I was going to say, now that we've got the match set up, you can probably switch yourself to offline now.
Ooh.
Couldn't you?
Oh, so you want to get rid of me? Well, that's how this is. Aries, I am, well, I go offline and now everybody gets to see my personal picture. Great. Did that. Aries, thanks for coming. We're doing good tonight. Trying to keep it upbeat and positive as much as we can here. What map was that? That was Numbani. I knew there was a map. I forgot to write down. I'm looking at like Nepal, Hanamura, Junktown, Busan. I'm like, what? Where am I missing something? As we play the map, I'm not even comprehending that I'm missing something. That's okay. Jibba's having a fun night here tonight, guys.
Okay, let's get this match chat up here.
Alright, so we got one ready from Dead. With a little dancing emoji here. Chat, I wish you guys could all see that. Send positive vibes my way. Sending lots of corgis and chicken nuggets my way. Oh! I would love chicken nuggets right now, especially those, I think they come back out in August. I don't remember who sent it to me. Somebody. I think it was Jandro sent it to me. Spicy chicken nuggets are coming back to Wendy's in August, everybody. Like, highlight of my life. I'm going to be so excited, and that's all I'm going to talk about on stream for the entire time.
Oh, God. I hope they come back for $1.50, too.
I don't care what they cost. I just need them back in my life. And now we have one of my favorite scavenger hunts of the week. Everybody. Oh, Boba Fett, I don't know if you actually...
Pull back to lobby here, though. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good.
Chaotic, thanks for coming. Hopkins, chicken nuggets are life. But I don't know if you've had the pleasure of watching any of my streams in the past. I scavenger hunt every week.
You know, I have noticed that. I haven't been in the league too long, and I jumped directly onto a team. I'm still trying to figure stuff out, like the basics around here. So.
It's just all for fun.
I have noticed.
I apparently messed Misfits up last week, and they almost did not set up in enough time, because across from Choke Point on Hanamura here, in this room, there's ramen bowls, but the pots, the broth is burning, and the burners are still on, and we don't really approve of that, because that's a fire hazard. I like cooking. Like, you're ruining food. There's a lot of things going on there. Don't really appreciate that. Misfits made it a point to deface my property in there with graffiti. So, I gotta give them... Hopkins. Thought I was gonna be told off by my old school teacher. Mr. Hopkins, would you please watch your tone and next time raise your hand before you decide to pipe up? Thank you very much.
Okay, and let's see here. We are going to see, looks like more of the same from Chivalry Isn't Dead here, which is fine, has been doing pretty decent work for them so far. Antimatter here coming at us with, looks like, yeah, that is a triple DPS single tank composition with Slider on the Reinhardt solo tanking for the team.
Are we gonna get some type of switches here from them, though? So we are following AJ Carter right now, only because he's the Reinhardt I got to first. I was trying to get to one of them.
And we do see a good rotation from Antimatter getting onto this
point
here.
Oh, what a
pin!
pin!
Is moving back onto the point, though.
So AJ was hiding in the corner on the left side of those doors just to allow their shields to kind of regenerate there. Able to get back to point with an almost perfect pin there. Ooh, but then they do go down. I'm gonna go away.
Alright, and that is going to be a quick first point take for Antimatter here. Just a little under 6 minutes for the time bank going towards the second point.
Chubb, we love having you here. Thanks for coming. So we're going to get behind Slider here. We're going to follow the other Reinhardt here into these battles. I know a lot of people like to ask for those first-person point of views here. I do attempt to give them. This is the exact reason I don't give them.
That is a big nanoblade coming in.
Everybody I tend to follow dies almost immediately. So I do try to... If I follow anybody, I do try to follow the Reins into battle, because usually they are the engagements of fights sometimes. But we do see the flank by Morlocks here. Was behind enemy lines there for a second, but caught out.
Good follow-up from both AJ Carter and WOWG. Both of the tanks stepping onto that point and negating the entirety of that tactical visor that got popped there.
Honestly, Ant, I don't know if it's a caster curse or just a Jibba curse at this point. Oh, Ares, you... Mm-hmm.
We are seeing a lot of ultimates being used by Antimatter here to engage onto this point. Does get them there, but we are seeing CID respond to it.
You did see the two healers on the side of Antimatter, actually on the outside of the freeze. So that was really good positioning by them, because it looks like more like CID was focusing on the middle of the pack there instead of who was on the outside. So they were able to kind of get those heals off. And very convincing again convincing first take here.
Yeah, good push from Antimatter there, taking what looked like was going to be some trouble for them at the start of that fight and turning it around.
Also, Aries, you're going to regret that comment because I'm pretty sure I'm casting your game tomorrow, if that's what happens. Chubby right now.
It is 2-0 favoring antimatter.
Yes.
Taking the scores away from me.
I shut my mouth. I'm just going to go look in the distance at the pretty scenery as we rotate to point quietly. This is zen. This is very zen, and that train is too fast.
No,
that is a hazard.
Ball, remember?
Oh, right. Oh, that was a really far rotation. I ended up where I did not expect.
Oh my, you know, I never noticed just how much there was going on out here.
In the background?
Huh. Yeah.
Apparently we don't notice it.
It's a sprawling metropolis.
We don't notice things until I'm like, did you guys know there's giant fighting robots in the background of Oskaya? I didn't. Did you know that, Boba Fett?
Actually, no.
Did you know on Nepal there's Zenyatta statues? Those exist too. On Sanctum. They're on the outside on each side.
I'm gonna have to pay more attention.
Just tune into these streams.
Like I said,
we find things we don't know every week.
They've got silver tank tunnel visions when it comes to Overwatch. Just see red and swing hammer. That's it.
So we're gonna give Jams Rose a follow here as the Lucio, to kind of see what they're gonna, if they're gonna help engage here, and then honestly, if I cast or curse Jams again and Jams will murder me, we're gonna not follow any more people in first person point of view anymore. So Jams, I'm sorry, I love you. Really nice setup of the Torb turret placement by Weebology, even though Jams is on the other team. I know Jams is a Torb lover and would appreciate a Torb. Right, Aries? Jams not on Torb.
Okay, we are going to see this push starting to come in. That's a pretty good rotation from Chivalry Isn't Dead here, getting up onto that high ground, taking the turret out.
Turret and a pick. Getting rid of that Mei is pretty key, because Mei can be a very big pester to deal with.
Yeah, especially on this first point here.
I know, Ed. I know I get them killed when I go first person. It's why I try not to, but I don't know. We always see people asking for first person. I guess maybe it's just not my games you want first person on.
Maybe they just want the carnage.
I mean, true. Really, really nice transcendence there by Falcon. Definitely able to help the team.
Time, avoiding that,
and
whatever Doomfist ultimate is called. I don't play Doomfist.
I choose who lives and dies. Oh man, is this a new game I'm throwing? This is a new game apparently. We should play a game mode. We have to figure out a workshop. Chat, we're gonna figure out a workshop where if I spectate you, your health is either incredible or it just goes down. Nala. I'm gonna figure that out. I'll be like the payload where if I'm spectating you, you die. And I won't kill somebody, but it'll be a free for all. We'll get that sorted, guys. That'll be a real fun stream team random thing to do. So I like seeing the really strong aggressive push at choke here by Antimatter. I mean, I'm a secondary Mei main, so I really love it. The Torb turret.
Here comes that blizzard coming through.
Right, off-brand Weeping Angels. Sounds like a Gibber brand instead, not off-brand. Dead still has enough time to really, and they have the ults online now. Carter using that ult, I hope to see them escape, which it would be better in their interest to get out of here and just regroup with the team. They have enough time for one more push, and they do have some ultimates online and coming online. Would really like to see this Diva EMP bomb, especially pushed in with the Valk. I don't know about you two.
I'm just really liking that Mei while buying more time going on there.
Oh god, I love a good Mei. You'll never ask me or get me to say differently.
Good, just
Good.
defensive posture to block that Diva Bomb there.
Really great wall by Bullet. Definitely ate up some of that damage. But at the same time, Dead did use that to their advantage for Acrid. Axcrid. Between Acid Rain and Axcrid, you guys are messing me up to be able to res Sniper there, which helped them a lot with their push. Is anyone going to see The Lion King on Friday? Now that I know it's out Friday, yes. 100%. Nobody scheduled games Friday. I expect you not to. So it looks like we're seeing a high rotation, which I know everybody likes a high rotation on this point. I like the low rotation. I don't know why. Nobody ever does it. I feel like it's a little more unexpected.
See,
it is
I like
also
rotations where people start high and then cut across that little hallway over the front gate there. That way you can either like rotate all the way around to the left side of the point or just jump straight down onto the point.
True, very true. I like the low rotation though, just because, especially if it's a brawly comp that you're playing, no matter what, you're going straight to point. So why just beat around the bush there at that point? Great EMP.
Good second point take coming from Chivalry Isn't Dead here. Managing to keep a couple minutes on the time clock still.
This is a very do or die for Dead right now, guys. So let's get some love in chat for Dead. We will also take antimatter love, but let's get some love in chat for Dead
like
because
love in general.
Yeah. But they're definitely playing their hearts out here. Hearts out here to make sure they get to the next map, to map 4. And that map 4 is not just a differential, but a let's take it to map 5 map. Pre-scrim warm-up, gotta go. Bye, Hopkins. Appreciate having you. Yeah, Ed, last week, basically, I would like to sum up that Dead showed their heart and showed their fight. So I think now we're kind of seeing some skill and some technical abilities, and the fact that a full team, unfortunately, does make a difference versus a 4v6.
Yeah.
Oh, are you Duck? Is that who we're speaking to? Because if that's the case, I did just want to let you know we did give MVP to you also. We gave it to all of you guys due to your heart. And the constant never giving up. You guys changed comps constantly. You changed everything you were battling. Or you might be CSS, but... Oh, you're gamer.
Oh.
Thanks for making me feel... Brilliant this entire time, gamer. Could have just said that from the beginning. I know who you are. We chat.
Oh, a big oof.
There's always an oof in chat for Jibba at some point. It's okay. It's just the story of the life. If there's not an oof game, that's like a wall of shame game almost.
Right.
But no.
We are seeing Chivalry Isn't Dead getting onto the point here. They do lose AJ Carter on that Reinhardt. But we do see the res get off here. They could still push this point.
Ez, welcome to the chat. Antimatter expending some ults there. They do have 3 coming online, still with that damage boost here, but would really like to see Dead just kind of focus back in here. I definitely think that they have this one last push, so they can do this if they can time everything here correctly. Want to watch Danny wait for Wegsy. And we have some dueling EMPs. But it looks like this might be going in the way of Dead, which is super exciting. Definitely want to see this go to a Junkertown map. Because I do think that Dead have been showing a good, strong defense here. Just gotta watch them settle in a little bit. Bait some else out. That's all you usually gotta do. Reverse sweep. We love those reverse sweeps. Would love to see one.
We do see the stagger coming in from Antimatter, though. They are getting back to this point. Ooh, Weebology on that Reaper
oh my
score.
god. That was big by Carter to getting that hammer down on a lot of people, and we do see Axcrit on the Battle Mercy, and it looks like that point is gonna get cleared up there. Let's go, chat.
Carter, the hero of this fight here. That fight definitely looked like it was going to go the way of Antimatter, and they managed to really pull that back.
They only have, again, enough time for one push here, and both teams are building the ultimates, so we do have the Sombra coming online very, very quickly, and that can be huge to negate any of these cooldowns or abilities. Yep.
And that's good EMP onto both the Reinhardt and the Tracer, both very ability-reliant heroes.
Gotta see the D.Va get up there to go deal with MJ. MJ has great positioning on their Ana, and then they jumped down. They initially had some really great positioning on their Ana. They jumped down because they knew they could, but always love seeing nice high ground and play like that.
Right.
But at the same time, Dead definitely bought themselves a lot of time by capturing point 1 because now they have forced them to come to point 2. Unfortunate thing, if this map ends up a draw, that will end the push for who can win the matchup. Right?
Correct.
Right.
Yep, a draw here does kill the series for Sid. Yeah, so Sid can only stay alive in the series if they get a first.
They have to
hold.
hold.
Of some sort. It doesn't necessarily have to be a full hold, but it does have to be a first point hold.
So chat, if you guys are here for Sid, let's get some love in chat right now for Sid. Let's give them some good juju and some hype here. Chicken nuggets. Who doesn't want chicken nuggets? I feel like that's the most tempting bribe ever. Don't spectate Sid. Okay, Aries. I would say, should we test this out and I'll spectate antimatter, but we don't need to do that. Do spectate them, Chubby.
Okay, we do see antimatter coming in hot here. Not spending any time on that gate. However, the defense from Sid is immaculate here. That was a very, very fast one-team fight.
Apparently I should not spectate people. But we do see some switches on the side of antimatter, so they are ready to adjust and kind of come back at this in a different way. But wow, that was an aggressive showing. They know that this is do or die.
Even though antimatter lost that fight there, that fight was so aggressive that they only lost 30 seconds off their clock.
Oh my, already with the Baptiste ult. Unfortunate May wall placement, but is able to kind of negate some of that coalescence.
Does also isolate a couple of characters there, so it was both fortunate and unfortunate.
Yes. I, as a May player, know how that goes. You are doing the best for your team in the one hand, but you are not doing the best for some of your team. At the same time, they're out of position. I'm still really impressed by what is occurring. Just as a little small recap here, Antimatter started this round with a 4:0 second to go, and they are almost down 2 minutes. It looks like they've are waiting to get some of these ults here, and Sid knows this, so they're staggering their ults pretty properly here. which I'm really happy to see.
Yeah,
Oh,
I also
beautiful.
just right now realized that Antimatter is running Slimulence, and that is pretty cool.
I don't actually 100% know Slambulance, so can you give us the...
Yeah, okay, so Slambulance is akin to Goats, but
Right.
instead of having 3 tanks, 3 healers, you're running 4 tanks with Lucio and another AoE healer.
See, when I hear Slambulance, I'm always like, where's the ball? There should be a ball.
Well, to be fair, they actually did have a ball. Morlocks was playing hamster there and just swapped to the Junkrat a second ago.
Jibba does not know all. Thank you, AJ. Mike, thank you so much for that awesome message. We really appreciate that. Beep, welcome to the stream. We try our best. We are not perfect. We are not professional. But we, at the end of the day, just try to have some fun and make it fun for everybody to watch. While also giving some halfway decent commentary. Great sound barrier there by Falcon. Good engagement, and it's keeping a lot of the team up. So now we're finally seeing one of those strong 6v6 fights here. But again, look at Sid right now. I am just amazingly impressed by them. I don't think I can not talk about them.
That stagger is very impressive coming through from Chivalry Isn't Dead there. Managing to take a lot of time off the clock here, just forcing Antimatter to regroup.
We have seen the last 2 maps that Sid's really fighting their hearts out, but Antimatter is just edging them out in different ways and doing a great job attacking. And seeing this right now, oh my god, these Mei walls are killing me in a great way. Danny is amazingly dangerous on both a Mei and a Sombra, apparently. So
amazing res coming in from Bullet there. Manages to get Slider up in the middle of a whole hog.
I am super pumped and happy about this, just because they are playing great. I'm not calming down.
This is excellent hold from Sid there. Does manage to at least get themselves 1 map in this series, which is a huge win. Now we just have to go on and see if they turn it into a full-blown reverse sweep. And once again, Viper Sniper getting this play of the game here, really just mowing people down. That is true, Ezraz. With that map loss there, CSS will take first place in the league, actually.
Oh my god, there's 2 things that make me so happy, AJ, and this, it's a good Brigitte and a good Mei, and I am so biased on them, but it's a good Brigitte and a good Mei. Especially a Mei, because unfortunately Mei players are known as the devil, and we all know that, because Mei is the devil. But Mei players are very much known for either completely walling half and or 3/4 of their team off from something, or walling them into something. So, you can't win as a Mei half the time. You have an 8 percentile chance of doing something good as a Mei with your wall. So seeing the things that Danny is doing here is just making my heart flutter a little bit.
Okay, and I just need to swap this over and we'll be ready to go for the next map. Okay, and now we are just waiting on readies, which I will go check now.
Did you boot in? Give me a second to give Insane a message. Insane, my lovely friend. Did you give the swaps?
I did.
Okay.
Those have come through. We are just waiting on the teams. Okay, we are
Spectate
taking a
antimatter.
2-minute break for bathrooms. Everyone make sure to take a bathroom break. They're important.
Oh my. Actually, Ragnarok Alex Insane is joining on you, not on me. So you go give Insane an apology because you keep kicking him.
I don't know what? I can't. I'm too busy squeaking in my chair.
And aggressively typing. Everybody in chat, typing intensifies. Typing intensifies.
Hey, now. I'm not typing now.
Yet.
I was going to immediately type something and I realized that there wasn't anything for me to, like, type to, so...
I mean, technically you could message Insane on our Discord and tell him you're so sorry for consistently booting him here. Several people typing. We deal with that in Discord chat a lot, guys. I gotta make a little ice water because it's like lots of degrees here right now. So you guys are about to hear water run. Very much apologize for that. I'm just trying to put the water with ice in it in the fridge.
League wins through Capri Sun. I think this is a winning strategy. Also, we have readies.
Oh. What happened to my ready?
It's in the ice water.
It's in the ice water that's going in the fridge. Yup. This is the worst one to ready me on because this has like the most scavenger hunts, even though Kuro helped us figure out our scavenger hunt last night.
Right.
So, everybody, this is the drive-through that's closed right now. Please let us know which number you would like to order for the night. Kuro, apparently, so normally I like a number 2. I also like a number 9. Kuro likes a number 10 with these scary hand claw things. And if you look at the jalapenos, they're crying in sadness. Look at them, they're so upset. Like, look at these hands.
Hands.
Number 2 and a number 9, right? 7 or 12. We don't want a number, was it 10? I think it was number 10. No, yeah, we don't want the number 10. The chicken nuggets are probably the last one on the menu here. That's the most chicken nuggety that we can get for you, Aries. But unless you want these hand, we could give you like a chicken claw nugget, like a chicken foot nugget. That's what those could be for you, with sad jalapenos. Doesn't it, Ed?
Jalapenos are best jalapenos.
Vegan. Actually, you know what? Those vegan, those could be broths, and they could also be fried tofu, so it can very much be a vegan meal if that's really what you want. We are all inclusive here. We make this happen. Number 10 with extra fingernails. Okay. We got you.
Okay, so we are going to see a bunker coming in from Antimatter here, but it does look like they are setting up on the low ground here. It was getting a little bit of harassment on that front line, but they are falling back now here. Ooh, good hook onto Morlocks there from WEGZ. That's going to be a good pick. However, we do see other kills coming in for Antimatter here, so they are going to fall back just a little bit.
Chubby, that joke. Gotta hand it to you. Number 10 looks good. I get it.
Wait, hold on. I've got a button here to boot from chat. Give me a second.
But let's put those serious faces on now.
Right? It looks like we are going to see an immediate swap from the bunker from Antimatter, though, instead opting to go with that soldier, which, considering the aggression and the Roadhog play coming through from both CID and WEGZ specifically, it might not be a bad call.
Ezra, you're definitely not wrong. MJ is doing a lot of work. Oh, and I can't even see this Hanzo behind somewhere. MJ's definitely doing some work here. Payload is MVP, though.
True.
I feel like we've seen a lot of, and I've said this on Numbani, but it's either a lot of first holds on these payload maps, or we're going all the way to point 3. And guys, I'm gonna guess we're going all the way to point 3.
Looks like it. This is still a very strong push coming in from Sid. Ooh, especially with that Orisa ult coming out here.
Gotta see somebody
onto the invulnerability pad. This is potentially a lot of damage.
Gotta see someone back up onto this payload because it's just kind of chilling here a little bit.
Yeah, especially with how far back Antimatter is pushed, they should be able to clear this point down here without much of an issue.
Really
or would have been able to.
Good hook by MJ, but unfortunately that gear that's kind of sitting there at that corner at the doorway here prevented that full hook on them.
Okay, and we do see Antimatter forcing Sid to use up a couple more ults than they would probably like to take this point here. They are going to get it, but the stagger is pretty good coming in from Antimatter.
Sniper just cleaning. Payload rip. You know what? I might advocate for All-Star game to be that payload workshop game. So none of you can leave the payload. Viper is definitely in the running. A couple people in the running for different MVPs on both sides.
Absolutely, yeah. We're seeing a lot of high-level, high-quality play coming in from both teams here.
Watch these flanking soldiers.
Visor, though. Oh.
As we say it, goodbye, Morlocks. So sorry.
Sorry, Morlocks. That was good positioning, but also even better reaction time coming in from Sid there to break that down.
We get very exciting about flanking soldiers here. Oh my.
Good EMP hitting 4, and we are seeing the follow-up coming through. 2 kills to start. And there's the rest of them. We just have MJ on the point now, it looks like.
Oh my god, Sid. This is crazy. Very good time bank being built by Sid here. Really happy by it, actually, because I don't have words, honestly. I'm kind of losing my train of thought here.
Nice. Nice.
That works.
Okay, and we are getting this payload moving here again.
Mister, thanks for
coming.
Setting
up in the main here.
We like having you, Mister. First time I think we've seen you here. If Sid wins, but Ares, I'm going to break your heart. I don't drink Capri Suns.
Not even people. You're not even people. We do see a huge wipe come through for Sid here. A lot of individual kills coming through, just really breaking the team apart, able to keep that payload moving. The momentum from Chivalry Isn't Dead here is huge.
How about I try a Capri Sun? I will try one. Okay?
They're so good. They're like 60% of my childhood.
Map score at the moment is 2-1 to Antimatter. So this is do or die for Sid, and that's why I'm really happy to see this aggressive push by them. They really gotta take this if they want to take it to a map 5. And then they still are going to have to hard hold this. Nice hammer down by Slider. Unfortunately, the Orisa shield by Carter does go out first, and they are able to kind of save the team from that hammer down. But we do have MJ spinning to win on point, and that's a very viable defense.
Yeah, it's buying a bunch of time here, really disrupting Sid, although that tire is really going to flip this around.
Pretty sure that was me, Mike. Did I do the semifinal match for you guys last season?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah. I think we talked about being brain dead by the end of it.
I think we talked about how I was actually dead by the end of that.
Well, it's the semifinal match.
Beyond the grave.
Yeah, yeah, you guys played amazingly the whole time, and it was only a semifinal, not even just a finals. You and Daddy, I'm pretty sure it was, yes, that sounds accurate. I think we just sat there.
We do see a really amazing hold coming from Antimatter here. That point looked all but cleaned up there at the end, but they do manage to get themselves back onto that point and keep this game alive.
So we are following AJ Carter here right now. Chevy, I think it's either on the YouTube or the Twitch. It's definitely in the season 1's highlights.
I know that it would be on the Twitch if it's anywhere. That one didn't go to YouTube.
It didn't save. Per Mike, it didn't save.
Okay. Yeah, I think I do remember that kind of being the thing too. That is how I was going to finish that up, but beat me there.
I will give a review through and see if I can find it. If I can, then I will. WOWG has been pretty solid for his debut in Tier 1. WOWG is an amazing player just in general, and yeah, the fact that it actually feels like WOWG effortlessly belongs in Tier 1 and this being their debut is absolutely crazy, in my opinion. We've seen that with a couple of people that have done this, but we definitely look forward to more of this trialing when a lot of our Tier 2 members start climbing a little bit more and kind of getting more into here with Tier 1.
And we're going to see a pretty clean wipe up from Antimatter here to finish off this map.
But great push by Sid. Even more impressive hold there at the end, especially they did come together there, Antimatter at the end, so definitely even more impressive by them. Boba, what number are you gonna order?
Where are you looking?
Point two, where you kind of spawn, there's closed takeaway. Look at the sign, and you can see all the food options. Left to right is 1, 2, 3, 4. Next row down, 4, 5, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, that. I number as well. Thanks, guys. Number 10 is the scary hands with the crying jalapenos. That's our scavenger hunt for the week on this one. But number 2 and number 9 look great.
I think I'm looking at the wrong point.
Look at where the Mercy is. Look at where the Mercy is right now, across from, or the Arissa, across from them, at the koala takeaway. The enemy team.
Oh, I've never even noticed that before.
This is why we have scavenger hunts.
Number 6 looks delicious.
We have decided it's a drive-through because technically the payload goes by it, so it definitely can be a drive-through.
Sure, okay, I can see how that works.
Payload just kind of slowly drifts by. They just throw
right?
food on top of it.
They're just closed. They're just closed right now because there's a bit of a sharks. I was gonna say sharks versus something, and I'm referencing a musical altercation going on.
I'm gonna go with bullets everywhere.
Somebody help me with the musical, please. It's something, and it's sharks versus something. Jets. Yep. What if everyone got off the payload and the defense just to go and have a friendly meal? If they agree on it, I am all for it. Mister, I got cats. Is it cat? I don't. You guys are now messing me up. It's a musical. Mister, I got last year. I casted the All-Star game, and we were on Rialto, and I got the 2 teams to go on boat rides together for a little while. So trust me. If I get to cast games, those things happen. Maybe not in the serious league matches as often, but if two teams came to me and agreed to do something ridiculous, I would totally be willing to do it. West Side Story, that's what it is. Yes. That's what I'm trying to reference. So we see a super, super aggressive push here by the side of Antimatter. I don't know if you guys are watching the positioning that they're taking, but all of their healers and their DPSs are very far up there to not let CID reset here. Well, Slider on the Orisa sits on the payload along with a couple of people coming back and forth a little bit here and there. Do it. Go for All-Stars. As long as I don't make All-Stars, I will be casting it. Even if I make All-Stars, I'm going to make ridiculous suggestions, so it's okay. Good whole hog negates the shield and is starting to push the team back a little bit. Want to see a wall go up just to kind of block any sort of retreats here, if possible. But, oh, Danny is stuck in the Junkrat trap. Great res by Bullet. Team, what they did, they were getting the point and the team was coming back, but they will have enough time to kind of rebuild that Mercy res. Nightbot. Simmer down. Vote Jibba in the All-Stars. Don't vote Jibba in the All-Stars. Jibba is still not an active player of the server yet. But it's a coming, guys. Wicked. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, so we see a lot of trades going back and forth here. I think Ragnarok Alex's mic died.
Nope, still here. Just nursing this migraine that's coming back. So yeah.
Oh no. Chat, let's give some love to Rag. Hopefully, the love gets rid of the migraine, even though we know that's not gonna work. His keyboard finally exploded. Oh, AJ. Good commentary, AJ. So even though Antimatter is attacking this, they are playing, I do like that they're kind of playing a little pincery here now that where they had the payload. I know they've backed off now, which was really smart retreat, but they were trying to play a little pincery, some in the back line, some not. 3.5 minutes to kind of keep pushing this point, but we did just see CID have a really good 4-minute hold. So definitely casting with a migraine, yellow dedicated. Yeah, Rag is definitely one of the more dedicated stream team members. We have a lot of people that really care about this team and want to do best by what we can. But I definitely think Rag is a dedicated member. Just say shoe migraine. So we do...
see, Aries, I tried that, but I needed some nuggers to offer it as well, and I didn't have any chicken nuggers to make it go away, so it just ignored me.
Dead doing their very, very best to keep one person at all times on this payload and hold. Oh, big boop off the payload, but unfortunately it's just a little too late. And the game will be going.
Good offense coming in from Antimatter here.
Mm-hmm. That does give game to Antimatter. Which brings us to the always fun MVP. Boba, do you want to lead MVPs off or you want to be tiebreaker?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
So we will put you at tie. Well, yeah. To be fair,
Sure.
Tier 1 games, and I mean this in the most lovely way possible, I still struggle with Tier 1 games sometimes and trying to keep my mouth and my mind up with them. So they are very impressive and always overwhelming. I sometimes struggle still with them, but I'm very glad that this was unfortunately your debut game, but I'm very glad that you came, because going forward, I know it's going to be a lot better and easier for you.
Yeah, I'm normally pretty chatty, but again, like I told you guys before, recovering from a
and you just got home.
in Vegas.
Yeah.
Just got home from work.
Oh, yes, everybody. Boba had a birthday very recently. In chat, can we get some love for Boba's birthday here? Let's get a happy birthday going. Even just an HB. Just an HB for him.
Oh, God. No alcohol, please. No.
I'm
hurting.
I guess I will start off with the MVPs that I had kind of picked out on my list. We are going to go with winners of the match right now, Antimatter. The three that I 100% had picked out for just different impactful plays. Bullet, as a healer, was fairly uncontested in regards to when they were on Mercy, those reses that were occurring. They just... The healing, the reses, the flying were really, really great. Falcon also, I wanted to point out, another healer. I know Falcon flexed around a little bit, but the Baptiste play that they were playing tonight was really, really amazing. Smart use of the immortality fields. Really great placements of those Baptiste ult things that I don't know what they're called. But I do also have to mention MJ. MJ was fairly impactful. Weeb was great. Morlax was great. Like, Slider was a very, very solid main tank. But for me, I am gonna go with Bullet. There were just some reses that Bullet got off that were very, again, uncontested. Turned fights around a little bit, made them even again. The heals keeping the team up. We saw some Battle Mercy. I always love me a good Battle Mercy. But just sometimes other healers go very unappreciated, and I know people are probably gonna, at the end of this season, my dog has a pen in her mouth, at the end of this season decide to go with the fact that I do sometimes tend to favor healers, but healers keep your team alive and allow the DPS to be able to shine the way that they do, and sometimes that's always something you have to really keep in mind. When DPSs shine on their own, I am all for them. Same for the tanks. We did see really impressive tank play on Nepal, especially by Slider. But my pick is for Bullet for Antimatter.
Well, I think that I would put more of my support behind Morlocks, just because I saw a lot of really impressive DPS play coming through, but I do think that Bullet was also extremely impactful, especially on with their Mercy play.
I can 100% get behind either, honestly. So, Fett.
Yes.
What you thinking, man?
You gotta pick one of the two.
What are my choices? I'm sorry.
We are stuck between Bullet on their Mercy with their heals and Morlax with those spicy DPS plays.
You know, I always have to appreciate being a tank player. I appreciate my healers very much too. They generally go unappreciated, like you were saying earlier. Nobody really realizes when they're in the heat of things how much healers really do. So let's give it to the healer this time.
The healer gets it then.
Absolutely, we can do that.
Now, for me on the opposite side, I have three names that I want to give a shout out to. The first one, so we're gonna go to the order because I actually have this one a little bit better thought out of who I want on this MVP. The order will be Axcrid. They were amazing. They played a great healer and a wonderful Mercy. Again, also a battle Mercy, kept their team alive. Great flying. All of those different aspects and components that you really need to be, that gets underappreciated. But Carter's tank play was insane and amazing, and seeing the team knowing how to play behind the shield was really, really wonderful, because I know even just in quick play or just sometimes with your team, those can be miscommunication things that easily happen. But my two top for this team that I am absolutely stuck between, and I really don't know who to pick, are Danny or Sniper, and I just don't know what to do. I'm going to be a little slightly biased here. Those May walls on Hanamura were just ridiculous. And a 4:07, a 4-minute, like, how they held first point for as long as they did baffles my mind a little bit. And I know I can contribute a lot of that to the May play. But Sniper, oh, so aggressive with the flanks, just with the flex. I don't know which of those two to pick. So either of those are my main votes for MVP as Danny or Sniper, especially Danny with the Sombras too, the Sombra play too.
I think that I would probably cast my vote for Sniper there. Their play was extremely consistent across all maps, across all characters. Danny did definitely contribute an incredible amount on Hanamura there, but I do believe that Sniper was just a little bit more consistent in their play this match.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, is it up to me again?
It is up to you again. If you want to pick between those two, or you want to throw a third name into the ring, if you throw a third name in, then we go to chat. That's usually what we do.
Play May on that last map?
No, Sniper I think was sticking more to like far end Junkrat.
And like a Junkrat Reaper, a little Reaper here and there, some Soldier.
Right.
So I muted my mic during most of that last match because I was blown away by how ridiculous some of those walls were, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
The separation that they were getting in there, sneaking them in there between plays, blocking off the Moira ult at that one point to kind of give the team the edge to hold the point there. I got to give it to the May play, for sure.
So Danny. But this is a situation where, so I am actually... I'm personally taking, well, not on purpose, but I am trying to kind of step away from those honorable mentions unless they kind of are, we're really stuck and it's truly like a, in my opinion, necessary thing. I would 100% be down for an honorable mention here for Sniper, just because for me, this is becoming a 51 to 49 percentage type of who gets what on this one. I think I would give, I know we've talked about, and maybe we will do that next season, some duo MVPs, especially if we get, but that's more in situations of like EMP bombs and things like that. We want to encourage and support those plays between teams. But this also would be a situation that I would be so stuck between the two DPS that I'd be like, duo MVP. Like, I can't. Like, it's not fair to make us decide on this. This, for me, is a very 51 to 49 percentage MVP type of situation. And I am happy with Danny getting it, but I'm only happy as long as Sniper gets an honorable mention on this one. Yeah, also... I agree with that, Sips. Shout out to WEGSY. WEGSY did an amazing job, especially first time. I would be terrified, and I am the type of person that, like, my hands shake a little bit when I'm nervous, and I would be terrified. And I don't even know if I could do what WEGSY does. And they are just an amazing player with great game sense, and I agree with you on that. Shout out to WEGSY. But it looks like... it is 3-1 Antimatter, with MVPs going to Bullet and to Danny. And an honorable mention will be going to Sniper. There is a potential game tomorrow at, I think it has not 100% been scheduled. It might be either 7:30 or 8:30 CST. And it will be a tier 1 game. So once we do have that information, it will be released in game times. Should be on the Twitch, so we will let everybody know. Thank you guys so much for coming. We always love having you. And very much appreciate all the positive attitudes that we get in here. And I really appreciate everybody putting their orders in on Junkertown. So the fact that you guys humor me through my scavenger hunts makes me very happy. Don't be like Pizza Planet and Misfits and ruin my scavenger hunts, though. I will not be happy with you. And I will spectate you, if that's the case. That's going to be the new rule. You ruin my hunts, I'm going to spectate you. But on that note, we are ending stream. So, good night, chat.
Yeah,